Hi everyone, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. My name is Louisa and I just wanted to introduce myself. So as you can see, I'm screen sharing. This is my new website that I launched last night as I've just started my new business as a clinical hypnotherapist. So little bit about me. I am a registered nurse and I've always been interested in hypnotherapy and the mind-body connection. Years of being a nurse, I've observed so many instances where the placebo effect was affecting people, their thoughts and their beliefs, and um, recurrent health conditions that kept popping up, and the relationship with the thoughts that they think and the beliefs. It's just there's so many correlations that I just couldn't deny it any longer. I've been a nurse for nearly 2 decades, and I believe that this is my calling to, I've developed a technique called the Somatic Hypnosis Technique, which is really the mind, body, spirit integration. So my hypnotherapy starts in the body and basically goes into your subconscious to find root causes, to find core wounds that you've been holding on to, possibly from this life or previous lives, that you keep getting triggered by in this life, um, and maybe continually having symptoms, mental, physical, psychological symptoms as a result. Um, Often we do find that there's common themes that are occurring in our lives. Perhaps there's uh, you keep getting triggered with feelings of being rejected or abandoned, um, grief, losing people, being left, being a victim, the world's against you. Perhaps it's betrayal. You're constantly feeling betrayed or feeling that the world is unjust and unfair. Um, there are so many different themes. And if you think about your life, you might find a pattern with a recurring theme that keeps popping up, with the details just being different places, different people, but same theme. Um, so in my hypnotherapy, we explore these, and we explore the root cause, which, as I said, might trace back to this life or previous lives. And um, the subconscious mind is really where the inner knowledge is. We have programs that are running in the background, kind of like a computer virus or computer programs that are in the background that we're unaware of, and they just keep popping up ominously where we're not exactly very aware of it. It's just making our computer slow or making our computer do things. And we're not really sure why, unless you're really tech savvy, then you know. But otherwise, you just think this computer is really slow. I don't know why, but there's all these things happening in the background. And because we are, for the first 7 or 8 years of our age, of our life, we are actually functioning at a hypnotic level. We have our brainwaves are at an alpha state, um, or a theta, but not a beta brainwave pattern, which happens later on in childhood. And beta is the conscious the critical analysis and the analyzing and the that kind of high functioning thinking critical brain. So really we're just little sponges growing up for the first 7, 8 years, and we're just absorbing all of the programs that are being fed to us by our family and our society, our community, media, TV, what we read, what we observe. And the reason we do that is because it does keep us alive. It's for survival. And because humans are very dependent on everyone around us as we're young, we can't really defend for ourselves very much. And so it does help us survive. But as an adult, it's not very functional and does get in our way a lot of the time if we have these old programs. So it's important to get into the subconscious mind where all these programs are and bring them out, drag them out into the conscious mind so we become aware of them. So on my website here, I have some quick facts. You might not be aware of this, or you might be, that our conscious mind only makes up about 10%. Some people even say 5% of our whole mind. Our subconscious mind is about 90% or more. And as you can see, the conscious mind here is the analysis with thinking and planning, short-term memory. And then subconscious mind is all these other things. Spiritual connection is there as well, intuition, all our habits, relationship patterns, addictions. So all these subconscious driving patterns that we often do unconsciously. And actually, I've got a few little quick facts around here. And this one here, if you have a look, there's been research to suggest that 95% of all our decisions are made by our subconscious mind before our conscious thinking mind has even made a decision. So they've done these tests where they've asked a person, they've hooked a person up to machines to read their brain activity, and they've asked the person a question, and the person thinks they're making a decision, but the brain has actually indicated that the decision's been made before they've made the decision. So in fact, who's making the decision? Is it the subconscious mind making the decision, or are we consciously making a decision? The evidence is suggesting that our subconscious mind is driving the decisions. So therefore, it is an important thing to get in there and have a real, pick apart, peel the layers of the onion that's living in our subconscious mind, that's driving our behaviors and driving our thoughts and driving our emotions, which then drive what we do, our actions and our reality ultimately. So on my website, my brand new website here, I have my first page, which is this little bit, which describes my business, which is helping you to connect to your higher knowing, transcend egoic programs, and heal core wounds. So core wounds, root causes, that might be from this life or previous lifetimes, but and the egoic programs, which we just spoke about, which are all those subconscious programs that we've learned from other lifetimes also. And the higher knowing, your higher self, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, that higher part of you that's always there and always talking to you. But sometimes our conscious mind gets in the way and it's difficult to hear. So to go into a hypnotic state really clears the way to be able to communicate really well with that part of us, ourselves. Now, just while we're on the topic, I'm just offering an introductory 20% off just for this month as a beginning, a launching of my website. So feel free to book or contact me and book in for a discovery call, and I'll give you a ring and we'll have a chat about what I can do to help you. And I just want to reach out to all my community anyway. I want to create a really solid community. I'm already a part of the community here in Brisbane, the meditation circles and spiritual groups, nursing groups. I'm sort of on both sides, but there occasionally come across communities that are sort of toggling both sides like I am. Like I love to integrate. My style is integrating the two, the Western medical model with the more spiritual or like more holistic sort of style. So I've developed a certain hypnotherapy style based on what I've learned with all my years, my nearly 2 decades of nursing. I used to dabble in hypnotherapy about a decade ago or even longer with friends and family just for fun. And the results were amazing. But more recently, having trained in it and I'm now a registered clinical hypnotherapist, the results are astounding with the clients that I've seen so far. They're really finding it extremely helpful and life-changing, to be honest. So I've developed this technique, somatic hypnosis technique, which is sort of more of a somatic experience with hypnotherapy. So it integrates the body, mind, and spirit, essentially. So any physical sensations, emotions, trauma that's stored in the body as blockages and trapped energy and programming. I like to access the subconscious mind with hypnosis to free that energy in order to then release the symptoms. So that's based on the mind-body connection, which is placebo effect is firmly rooted in that. And I've observed that for decades now in my patients. So it's, and my technique and my style is very much, here's my story here, is very much a blend of science, especially neuroscience, quantum physics, and epigenetics. I'm a big science geek, but with spiritual side as well. So non-traditional and ancient techniques as well. I love sound healing. And there's a lot of research to back up sound frequency also in healing. So there's just so many different things. The neuroscience aspect, epigenetics is amazing. That interests me so much. I follow Bruce Lipton. I meditate every day. I've been on meditation retreats. So it's sort of like a nice blend of both. I'm very heavy into research, scientific research. So if you'd like to send me a message, hop online. My email is in the comments below, but also it's just louisagreaves.com. And send me a message. I'd love to create a community. I intend on creating a community on my website, also starting a blog and having people sign up for a newsletter and creating group sessions and group online sessions also, and just really creating a nice little community of people that are interested in this sort of thing and offering different services as it evolves. But right now I just have the one service. So when you go to services, you can book a discovery call here, which I will just call you and we'll chat about it, how I can help you. Otherwise, there's the services. You can book my somatic hypnotherapy online, or you can book it in person. It's up to 3 hours long, and it's life-changing. So, and then I will record it also and give you a copy of the recording so that you can re-listen to it and get all the, you know, remember all the details of everything you speak about and everything that happens. Okie dokie. So this is a little intro to my channel, and to our next episode will be, do we call it episodes on YouTube? Anyway, the next video will be on ways that you can ground yourself. So focusing on the somatic side of things. So that'll be the next video. All righty. Reach out, say hi, comment below, and I'll see you all later.